Pondicherry is a beach city on the Bay of Bengal that was once colonized by the French. I recently spent a couple weeks there, and this video has footage from a cycle tour that I took with 52 facts you'll want to know before visiting. To start, the official name of Pondicherry is actually Puducherry. The name was changed back to its traditional name in 2006. In the same way, Bombay is now Mumbai, Bangalore is now Bengaluru. Pondicherry has a bunch of other nicknames though, such as Paris of the South, India's Little France, the Europe of India, and the French Riviera of the East. If you want to go on the cycle tour, it starts at 7 a.m. You'll go through the 4 different quarters in Pondicherry. You start the tour going through the side streets of the Muslim quarter, ending up at the back entrance to the Basilica of the Sacred Heart of Jesus Church. Three 3% of Pondicherry's population is Christian, and this church is a popular Christian pilgrimage site. It's 100 years old. It also has neo-Gothic architecture, which is rare for churches in India. And as we continue to ride through the Muslim quarters looking at the old homes, we come upon the Mullah Muhammad Mosque. Have you seen the movie The Life of Pi? If so, you may remember that the main character grew up in Pondicherry, and this mosque was actually in the movie. This mosque is the biggest mosque in Pondicherry. It was built in the 17th century in the French Quarter, but it was moved to the Muslim Quarter in 1928. The Hollywood director M. Night Shyamalan was born in Pondicherry. Coincidentally, he is also the director of Life of Pi. Pondicherry is also mentioned in the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. Prince Pondicherry commissioned Willy Wonka to build him a palace out of chocolate. When he was asked if he would eat it, he says, "Nonsense! I'm not going to eat my palace. I'm not even going to nibble the staircase or lick the walls. I'm going to live in it."
Each house is done in 1 acre of land.
Okay.
So these were the accountants of the kings, who used to have the traders, who used to have these style houses. Very, very huge houses. This also is a very huge house. It starts from here. It ends only on the other side. Supposed to be a Tamil house, Chettinad style house, but these are bought by the Muslim people because we are in the Muslim quarter. So this is belonging to 2 brothers and sisters. This house, if you open, you see a huge door. Then after 2 meters, there is a second door. Each door is made with teak wood or rosewood.
Rosewood?
Rosewood or teak wood.
Teak wood?
Yes.
Okay.
And then inside there are 4 pillars. Each pillar also is one full log, either rosewood or teak wood. Each starts, the cost starts from 50 to 1 lakh of rupees, 100,000.
For one log? Wow.
And they will never keep the kitchen and the washroom together. That means washroom is always outside in the kitchen garden. Kitchen is inside, and in the sitting area they have a huge well which is for rainwater harvest.
Okay.
They cover that.
Okay.
Nowadays new houses they don't have that. They fully put mud.
Plumbing.
Yeah.
I want to live there.
Yeah.
That looks nice.
Yeah, you can.
Quiet too. Okay. As I'm taking this tour, tomorrow is India's Independence Day, the 15th of August, which is a day before Pondicherry's Independence Day on August 6th, the day that it became free from French rule. So if you're visiting Pondicherry in August, stay tuned for some celebrations. The best time to visit Pondicherry is January. The temperature is mild, there's very little rainfall, And there are also a number of annual celebrations, such as Pongal, the harvest celebration, the International Yoga Festival, and the Pondicherry Heritage Festival. December through March are the most popular times people visit due to the mild temperatures. This is Pondicherry's winter. It's also after monsoon season. Pondicherry's monsoon season starts later than most of India. October and November get the most rain. August and September are okay to visit if you don't mind hot weather and the occasional rainstorm. May, June, and July are blazingly hot, probably around 104 or over 105 degrees Fahrenheit, so I would avoid a visit to Pondicherry during those months. This is like Las Vegas. With all the signs, Las Vegas. The first block of Gubert Market was made in 1962. This market was also shown in the movie The Life of Pi. It's mostly a fruit and vegetable market for locals to buy their food for the day. It's named after Edward Gubert. Guibert? Sorry, Edward. Edouard Gubert was a French politician who was born in Pondicherry. Dinner time?
Huh?
Dinner?
Breakfast at 4 o'clock. 5 o'clock.
Okay. There's also a seafood market with plenty of fresh fish, anchovies, squid, and more. There's a local fishing village just north of the Promenade Beach, the main beach in Pondicherry. The Promenade Beach is also called Rock Beach or Gandhi Beach. It has the third largest Gandhi statue in the world. The beach is the perfect place to spend the morning. The road along the beach is closed to cars and scooters before 9 a.m. and there's plenty of no honking signs. Pondicherry is the only place to scuba dive at India's east coast. There's also a surf school at one of the beaches close by the city. Many tourists come to Pondicherry for a beach vacation. There are hotels, there are resorts, there are rooftop restaurants, and even rooftop bars. Pondicherry has some of the lowest alcohol taxes in India. In some states, taxes can increase the price of imported alcohol as much as 100 to 500%. Pondicherry is a union territory, though, that is geared towards drawing in tourists, so they keep the taxes on alcohol low. The average cost of a beer in Pondicherry is about 130 rupees for domestic Indian beer, 265 rupees for imported beer, and 300 rupees for a mid-range bottle of wine. You can't drink in public, you can't drink on the beaches though. If you're leaving Pondicherry, you can only take one opened bottle of alcohol with you. So you can't take a big case of cheap wine back to where you live if you're driving. Given all of that, the nightlife in Pondicherry is pretty quiet. It's a nice place to have a drink on a rooftop overlooking the ocean. It's a nice place to have a nice dinner with a glass of wine, looking out at the beach with your romantic partner. But the bars and restaurants strictly close by 11 p.m. With Pondicherry's French past, it's an amazing place to eat and drink. They have delicious crepes. I loved Crepe in Touch. They also have delicious French coffees, cafe au lait, cappuccinos, lattes. You can get one right on the beach. There's a popular temple to Lord Ganesh, and sometimes they'll have the temple elephant come to greet the devotees. So if you're looking to meet an elephant, Pondicherry could be the place. There's also an experimental town just 5 miles away that's connected to the Sri Aurobindo ashram, one of the most popular ashrams in the area. Auroville, as the experimental town is called, has Sri Aurobindo's name and was founded in 1968 by 300 people. They've grown the town to 3,000 people, and most impressively, it was a desert out there and now it's a forest. They also offer a number of classes. They offer a number of workshops, mostly focusing on sustainable practices, building your own bamboo furniture, growing an organic garden, permaculture, these type of things. If you're curious to know more about what it's like living and traveling in India, check out the link to my video below where I talk about that, or go to chainomad.com. I have a number of articles with tips about Pondicherry specifically and about India travel tips in general.